What's up, y'all? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And today we're going to talk about the truth behind the Rihanna and Nicki Minaj situation. What Rihanna situation, as Nicki would say. Well, let's go over what Rihanna situation. Now, Rihanna and Nicki Minaj, if you take it back to around when Nicki first came out to up to about 2012, 2013. All right, they were very much into each other as far as their relationship or friendship, you would say, goes. Some people even thought at one point that the two was messing around, the way they were playing around with each other on camera. Nicki had said good things about Rihanna in the past, saying that she is one of her closest friends. She's always kept it real with her from the beginning, and she's a person that she can always count on for advice, and she's always showed her a lot of love. You would always see the two of them playing around, especially if it comes to an award show, and Rihanna had to give Nicki an award, or Nicki gave Rihanna an award, or vice versa, and they would fondle each other, laugh, joke, play around. They even had a record together years ago. So all of that seemed genuine and like everything was on the up and up, right? Then around 2014, things started to change. If you do remember, around that time, Drake and Rihanna was going back and forth. They was probably like getting back together their third time. They were right in the middle of their third breakup. They were not officially back together yet, but Rihanna was coming to Summer Jam because she knew that Drake would be performing with Young Money, Nicki and Wayne. While Nicki was on the stage, she made a comment at I don't remember the comment exactly, but she made a comment like, yeah, a lot of girls want a chance, want to get in his pants. And then she looked at Rihanna and said, but I don't think I'm going to let him know. And if you remember, later on that night, Drake picked Nicki up by her butt underneath her ass, and Nicki wrapped her legs around Drake. And, that the whole, oh, you're going to get me in trouble. He's such a troublemaker, yada, yada, yada. All right? If you take a look at the pictures from Summer Jam, don't listen to me. Go research them for yourself. Look at the pictures that day. Go Google Summer Jam 2014. Rihanna was pissed. Nicki was smiling. Rihanna was pissed off. According to several sources, Drake and Rihanna didn't even speak. So she came there to see Drake, and Drake just gave her like a nod, and she was hot. She was looking at him. She didn't want to talk to him after what she just saw. There was also reports that Nicki was upset at Rihanna for quote-unquote breaking Drake's heart. Now, Nicki Minaj had said, allegedly, that she was tired of Rihanna and she needed to come down off her pedestal and humble herself because she thinks she's too good for Drake. And she thinks that she's just going to lead him on, break his heart, lead him on, break his heart. This was according to very reliable sources behind the scenes, these things Nicki was saying. Now, if you remember, after the Summer Jam situation, there was also an incident at the Met Gala with the best dressed or something like that, where a lot of people feel as though Nicki was shading Rihanna, Rihanna was shading Nicki. If you remember, they only were seen together one time after that, and that was at the title meeting, secret meeting. You saw them standing together. By this time, Nicki was with Meek Mill. Let us not forget, Meek Mill had made comments that he was insinuating that he was with Rihanna before. If you don't remember Drake's record where he says, "You cannot stand next to me. Don't you see Riri right next to me?" Whatever record that was, Meek Mill in his follow up to that record said, "And as far as the chick standing next to you, I already unpopped that." That was in direct response to after Drake said, "Don't you see Riri right next to me?" Meek Mill said, "As far as that chick standing next to you, I already popped that." Now, if you remember, all you have to do is go back. Then there was some altercation at the, not altercation, but there was an incident at an award show where people thought that Rihanna uttered the words "a-hole" at Nicki. A lot of people was tweeting. All you have to do is go on Twitter and look for it. I'm not going to do the work for you. So after the title meeting, the two have never been seen together since. Let's not forget, Meek Mills and Nicki Minaj is on stage. This is during the whole breakup or split up of Nicki and Drake. As far as their friendship goes, Drake is now beefing with Meek Mill. And to all the Nicki fans, and I love Nicki too, but please don't tell me Nicki stayed neutral. No. Nicki did not come to Drake's defense. You don't have to pick a side to come to Drake's defense. You don't have to pick a side to say, "You know what? You two can go at it all you want, but I'm just going to say this. Drake writes his own stuff. He writes for other people as well." The same thing she said about Pusha T when Drake was battling Pusha T. All she had to say was, "You know what? Drake's very talented. He does write his own stuff, and he writes for other people as well." And then she didn't have to say anything else after that. But no, she stayed silent. She kept making little smart remarks like, "Oh, somebody told me you starstruck. Meek, why somebody saying you starstruck?" So little stuff like that is poking fun at the whole thing. And that is, in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, it sure wasn't Drake's opinion, you were picking sides. Because if you're not going to say nothing, just don't say nothing. All right? So she picked Meek's side and didn't really say anything. And then she just threw little shots. Her and Meek Mill is on stage. If people remember this, Nicki said, "Chicks be out here thinking they are top status, but they vagina miles be on mad high." And Meek is sitting there co-signing. And then she said, "Dudes be thinking they got top-notch chicks, but everybody done had their chick. Don't you worry, baby. At least everybody ain't had your girl." That was throwing shade and subbing Rihanna. If anyone doesn't believe that, I don't know what's wrong. You're delusional. That was subbing Rihanna. And Rihanna has not said anything to her since that day. Then, if you remember, when Sheeta came out, Rihanna unfollowed Nicki, followed Remy, and was putting likes and retweets and everything else. Why? For Sheeta. Now, why would she make it known to do that? Unfollowed Nicki. Next you know, she tweets out a picture with her and Lil Kim. And then she is, during this time where Remy is trying to end Nicki's career, and she's saying all these disparaging things about Nicki. Never once did Rihanna come to it. Never once. Or just don't say anything. Rihanna was liking and cheering on Remy Martin. That should have let you know right there. Okay? Because she was still upset about those comments Nicki Minaj was making, subbing her, talking about girls P miles beyond mad high, and at least nobody in the industry got your girl. Everybody, they got girls everybody done had. She was throwing shade at Drake and Rihanna. And then when Rihanna and Drake fell out, and she found out a month later, Nicki Minaj was now saying happy birthday to Drake. And that was it. That was it. Nicki and Rihanna has never really spoken since then. They still don't follow each other on social media. And those two are going to have a conversation if they're ever going to get any sort of working relationship or whatever acquaintance back. And remember when the person called Nicki's Queen Radio and said, "Are you and Rihanna going to fix that situation?" And Nicki said, "What Rihanna situation?" And then hung up on the girl. That should have told you all you needed to know. Come on, Nick. You know what Rihanna situation. You know what Rihanna situation. On top of that, that's only the stuff that you can see and research. On top of that, I've already been told there is an issue with these two, and they need to have a conversation. Now, maybe neither one of them care to forgive the other or look over or look past what the other one did or said. But the only way this will get resolved is if these two have a conversation. And if they do not, whatever relationship they had, working, whatever, she's an acquaintance or what have you, that's done. And that's the Rihanna and Nicki Minaj situation. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends.